Kenya is famous for one of the most diverse ecosystems in the world. Its large wildlife reserves and unique landscape has made it an extremely popular destination for tourism, raking in millions in earnings every year. And now the trend in the sector is to be eco-friendly, a stance that has seen ecotourism take a central focus.
Ecotourism is an issue, a situation where there is environmental conservation, there is responsible use of resources, and also socio-economic investment is involved.
Ecotourism essentially has three aspects to it. First of all, it protects the environment and conserves the wildlife habitat. Secondly, it pays special attention to the aspirations of communities so that the local communities can benefit from tourism. And thirdly, it offers a different kind of experience to the visitor, where they're getting close to nature and enjoying being very close to wildlife and able to enjoy learning more about the habitat and the environment and the different animals they see with high-quality guides.
Ecotourism attempts to give back to the country what has been taken from it. This also means that travelers actively engage in promoting the culture and environment of Kenya.
Ecotourism and indeed sustainable tourism actually looks at having a cohesive relationship between what we would traditionally call tourism facilities and the communities that surround them. And then the understanding, it's a natural process, the understanding of the codependence of the tourism facilities and the communities.
With the effects of climate change already being felt across the world, the tourism industry has been blamed for wasteful and intrusive practices.
Deforestation is a major factor in climate change, and it's very important that we conserve our forests. And of course, tourism and ecotourism has a role to play because conservation of the environment, the wildlife parks, and the protection of forests are vital for tourism. And so what you'll find is that by encouraging ecotourism, making it possible for people to earn an income from tourism means that there's a greater incentive for protecting the forests. And we've found that wildlife parks and the establishment of wildlife conservancies has an important role to play in stopping the destruction of forests.
However, Kenya is seeing a reverse of this trend, and already the country has won many accolades on the international stage.
Recently in China, it was announced that Kenya was voted in the top 5 destinations in the world for our Masai Mara Reserve, which of course has become world famous. And then also in China, again, the World Traveller Award for the best ecotourism destination in the world was won by Kenya.
These types of awards are looking to reward those who are making significant investment in promoting sustainability, and Kenya is one of them. And I think that has begun to have a lot more relevance in local media, and issues surrounding aspects to do with the Mao are now being connected to important sectors like tourism, and so that is now gaining more airtime.
The development of eco-friendly facilities has been a positive step in this direction, where hotels and lodges attempt to minimize their impact on the surroundings.
What we have tried to do in the area we are in Masai Mara is that we have created a company called Mara North Conservancy, where we are guaranteeing a fixed payment for the land every month, no matter how good or bad the tourism is. And what we are hoping is that the cattle owner or the herder will now see there is an alternative only to livestock. Slowly we are working with the community to understand this, and at the same time bringing in donors, bringing in other money from elsewhere, digging in our pockets once again to maybe introduce different herds, different breeds, so they can have a much better life with less cattle.
One of the key things is improving the awareness levels of people. What is ecotourism, and what does it aim to achieve, and how sustainable is it? What kind of thresholds are we looking at in terms of where it can be applied? But most importantly, how does it fit into sustainable tourism, and then how does this affect the tourism sector overall?
The future looks bright, and it is expected that ecotourism in Kenya will continue to grow at a rapid pace since there is much scope for improvement.